Alright, for my next set, I'm going to use a Northwoods number 2. It's got pretty strong coil springs, and this trap will work just fine for fox or coyote. It's got the laminated jaws, so that increases your catch rate a lot. I've lost quite a few animals from chew-offs, and I don't like that much, so I do try to use these laminated jaws as much as I can. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I do my dirt hole set with this. This works for fox and coyote, because when you're setting your traps and you're using your lures and your urines, always use fox urine because it will attract fox and coyote. If you use coyote urine, you're only going to get coyote, fox won't come into it. So always use coyote and fox bait and fox lure or dog scent, something like that, when you're setting it. So here we go. Take your spot, clear all your leaves off of it. Decide where you want to put it. I'm going to dig out my trap bed now. Take all this extra dirt, get it inside of your sifter. Get your trap and set it and see just how it's going to fit in that hole. That'll be a perfect fit. Take our Berkshire disposable stake, put it on there, wrap it through. Eventually I'm probably going to put these on quick links, that way you can just undo it real quick and take your trap out. This way you really can't, you have to cut your stake or undo one of your swivels if you don't want to do that. So you take that, put this in the middle of your bed. Pull that out. Take your trap and you'll pull on it and you'll feel it'll set when it turns sideways in the ground. That's set. I just leave a couple inches hanging out of there, that way if I'm going to find it later I can. Get your chain underneath there. This one has a pretty long chain. Get your trap really firm in that bed. You shouldn't be able to move it like that when you push down on it, otherwise you're going to spook that fox or coyote really quick. They're going to run. They won't deal with any of that. They're going to be out of there. Get your trap in place. Now you take some good sized piece of dirt and pack around the edges in there. Try to make this trap pretty firm. Once it does freeze, I usually just take a little bit of dry peat moss dirt and I keep it in a 5-gallon bucket in my basement, and I put a little bit of that flake antifreeze in there. That works really good to keep it good and dry. That'll work for days, especially with that peat moss. That stuff's really good. Now, like today, I don't have my little wax covers for the pan. It's not a huge deal. I learned once that you can use a leaf actually. This is a cool little trick. Take a good sized leaf and you fold it over and you stick it right up underneath that pan. Just like that. It keeps a lot of the dirt out of there, but that leaf can still compress fully and it's not going to stop anything. But that really helps to keep that dirt out of there. Just get a little bit more around there. Now we're time to go ahead and sift over it. Always know where your pan is at. You do not want to accidentally mess with that. Ground's pretty level. Pan's right here. You want to make that area more of the low spot. Fox and coyote and pretty much all animals as well as coon, they always take the easiest route. That's where you want to set your traps, the easiest path that they're going to be taking. Like this is a big gas line road. We got a couple trails splitting off here. I got it right in the middle of the trail here. Not many people come back here. No dogs in the area, so you can put these like this. If I am in an area with dogs and stuff, I use rubber jaws, or I try to just not even set this kind of stuff because you don't want to catch dogs. So I made a little low spot here. Take it a little bit. You know, this is just mix it back up. Leaves in there a little bit, nothing big. Now we're gonna get onto the dirt hole part. Let's see, take our shovel over here. I'm gonna dig this one on this side of it. I do about, when I'm doing fox and coyote and I'm not targeting one, I like to do about 8 to 10 inches from the pan, maybe 7. And I just dig it out. Dig it out front ways as if something was coming in and out of it from here and coming out on this trap area. As long as they can't see all the way in there, they'll come up close enough to it. Make it look like something's been coming in and out of this hole here. Make it appear as if something's been using it. That's that. Now, time to add my lures and my scent in. Always take your gloves off when you're doing this. If you have your gloves on, you can get some of this scent on them. It's going to transfer to your next set that you don't want that smell at, and that can really decrease your catch rate. So always take your gloves off when you're doing this. Now, for this I'm just going to use your standard cave-ins Minnesota brand predator bait, and to squirt around it for like a urine, we'll use dog breaking scent number 20 Trail Fox. Now we just take your cave-ins, get a nice sized glob on a stick, get a nice good piece on a stick where they can smell it good, shove it down in your hole, make sure it's all the way in there. Then I take a piece of cotton or squirrel tails. This is like a dirt hole visual I always use. Shove that down in there. Take a backing. Usually throw a stick in there, maybe a couple little guiders off to the side. Nothing too much that kind of gets them. Our trap pan is right here. And that little impression, now I just take the breaking dog scent. I squirt a couple squirts around the back of that set, and that's pretty much it. We're done with this set. We move on to the next set. These take a little bit more time, but to catch coyote and fox, it's worth it.